Hello and welcome to NewsX podcast. I'm joined with Shalini Singh. She's the founder of And We Met. Shalini, we are in a situation in life nowadays. The generation, that generations. I don't know what the Gen Zs, where relationships have become very complicated. People don't seem to find an answer, and there you come in giving an answer which is very different. You are a singles community, your company for at above the age of 28, and I feel it's very important now for people to come out of that Tinder, Bumble zone or jeevansathi.com zone, and to come in a zone wherein, okay, fine, I'm not able to find someone, but maybe I might find someone through a community. How did this concept come to your mind? Is it from a personal experience, or was it that you saw something and you thought this is what we were missing in our society?
So yes, it was from personal experience, and then I did see it missing. So that's why I built And We Met. And the personal experience was that I felt ready to enter a relationship in my mid to late 30s.
Okay.
And when I took that ahead and told my family members and friends, I was seen with rolled eyes.
I can imagine.
Now you want to find someone. So basically, I could never understand that why was I written off. I was only 36 and I felt awesome about myself, and I felt ready actually to enter a relationship then. And so I started realizing that how there is a very short window in amongst the Indians that between 21 to 25 the girls should get married, and the boys is between, I would say, 24 to 28, because the next goal is to have children.
That's exactly what was going to be my next question. Reason being that at your now having children, there are multiple ways, and people have become more open about the aspect of it, starting with IVF to having your eggs frozen and multiple other ways to whatever. Everybody has started accepting that those concepts now. So, but still, there is a very very strong mentality when it comes to India, and I'm not talking about the India and the metropolitan where we live in, but the India which actually exists. The 70% of it, wherein if you're not married and if you don't have children, you've not achieved anything. So, how are you trying to make people understand that this is also a way of life for a lot of people?
It's very true what you said, and actually even in metros, while we
Absolutely.
think it's a very small percentage, I think that doesn't think like this. Firstly, coming to children, I think whilst there are a lot of ways to have children in different ways, but there are a lot of couples or individuals who don't want to have children. So that acceptance also needs to be there. What are we doing? I can't do it alone, but what I am doing is I am doing a podcast like this with you. I'm doing podcasts with others to talk about this, write blogs. We have platforms where I talk about it, but very few understand this. Whilst entering a relationship is a milestone, it is a
Yes.
life milestone, but it doesn't need to be rushed in, and there is no timeline for it. What I say is that love can be found at any age, and it can be found more than once. Unlike what they say in Bollywood, प्यार बस सिर्फ एक ही बार होता है,
I
which
think
is nice.
I think the romance concept for all of us has been ruined by maybe Shah Rukh Khan and the all those lovely.
Karan Johars of
Yeah,
the world,
yes,
correct.
absolutely. But even in that aspect, I mean, coming to that, I mean, I'm completely jumping the conversation, but even Bollywood has started looking at relationships differently. I still remember that movie Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna, when it come, it did not make it, it was really looked down upon, because as we're talking about infidelity and stuff like that, which is not something, not a concept that we're very comfortable to talk about, which is actually changing now, which is great. But talking about your community, what you founded, and keeping away the concept of children, all right, whatever, however people want, what kind of people do you get on board? What are people actually looking for? What is the kind of conversation people have? And most importantly, what do people fear?
So the conversations are very, 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 I mean, it's very regular conversations, right? So the kind of conversations we have in the community is, it dives from humor to something very serious, to talking about, even your sex drive. So everybody is chiming in, right?
Okay.
So those are the kind of conversations we have. Whilst everybody is having the conversations, and earlier So this, since last 3 months, I have this community on WhatsApp, which means I have access to completely how our community members are thinking, talking, and that's made me realize one thing which you said is, what do they fear? They fear entering in, meeting someone that's not for them, or entering into a wrong relationship.
Is that because they're matured enough to realize all that? Because when you're younger, we are ready to engage with anyone and everyone at one point in time in life.
Correct. So I think, yeah, I think maturity doesn't have to do with age. I
Yes,
think
that's
it needs, yeah, but no, but what you're right is that whilst you're in your early 20s, you're carefree.
You're carefree, yes.
Right? And then and once you become a grown up, you have a lot of attributes. So you have your career to look into, you have your interests that you want to invest in, you have other responsibilities, could be family, friends, and in that, then now one of the thing is finding a partner. So one of the things that what I'm seeing is lack of time, and the second is fear. And what we do in the community, I don't like the word counseling, but we do have a service where the members block time with me, and we talk about their fears. We talk about how to even how to date, what's the right way to date without investing too much. And we talk about, I talk to them about not being in a hurry. So if you have stayed single till you're 28 or 38 or 48 or 58, how will things change in 3 weeks or 3 months? So that's what. So, I know we were talking about counseling earlier, but no, they're conversations that they have, and these are people. So on our platform, you asked what kind of, they're all professionals, both women and men, educated from fine schools. So they're all very confident, but somehow when it comes to romance or love, they become numb.
Shani, there's a question that I always have in my mind, yeah, because I'm on the other side of 30s now, and I closely observe a lot of friends, family, a lot of other people. Do you consider that the aspect of responsibility has changed for people now? Back in the days, people were thrown into marriage. I mean, if we talk about our parents or the generation in between or any of that, they were thrown into marriage. They were told, if it doesn't work, you have a baby. If it doesn't work, have another baby. I mean, I don't think those were right.
Because divorce was a taboo.
There was a taboo. Continues to be at a lot of places, but it's changing a lot, which I'm very happy about. But honestly, do you consider that people have started to fear responsibility, therefore they don't want to get in any kind of arrangement, be that any form of commitment?
I never thought of it like that, but they are responsible for themselves. They are buying homes, they're buying cars, they're looking after their parents. But I think more than that, see, one is, you get so set in your ways. So what I say is that if you are looking for a person who will be sharing your space, you need to have patience. And you will be two people who will come with two different thinking, right? So you can't mold each other the way you want to, and it'll happen in time, right? And that person could be perfect for you.
Yes, absolutely. I think people need to go back to the I don't know, is it the right thing to say go back to the old drawing board to understand? Because relationships, I consider, I could be wrong, are not so complicated how humans have made it to be now.
I love because even I keep saying this, that and we met's a bit of old and a bit of new, and you're absolutely right. Finding your person should be fun and
Yes.
not exhausting. And I think we are just overthinking it too much, and that's why we're still looking for someone.
Absolutely, Shalini. It was great talking to you. And I think there's one understanding that I would want everybody who's listening to this podcast to understand is that, relationships should be fun, what Shalini said. Romance has to be fun, and it should be romantic. And I feel bad for people who don't experience romance.
Yeah, so that's what I said. In fact, in the community today, I'd actually, we're looking for serious relationships. That doesn't mean we got to be serious.
I don't know why people have forgotten about the fun aspect of buying roses for someone. And even in the world of feminism, it's okay if a man opens the door for you. And if it's okay if you go ahead and buy him a watch. Any and everything is fine. It should be
Absolutely.
romantic. Thank you, Shalini. And I hope guys who are above 28, all the people who are looking for something serious in life, any sort of commitment, go join the community. You might find someone or might just have some fun, which is most needed. Thank you so much, Shalini.
Thank you so much.